To Radio Row. We are back. Fernando Ramirez, Gilberto Manzano. What's up, bro?
What's up, Fernando? I don't know if I should talk like this or talk like that, but I'll figure it out. I've been holding the microphone, but you know what? We've been doing well. Big time a little bit out here. The Compas, year 3 of Las Vegas.
Shout out.
Yeah, Radio Row. Oh, we got Dan and Dago. We got Vic, the producer. Their voices only. But we just had a really good conversation with Sean Merriman. By the way, what struck me was you never know, about possibly going to WWE and wrestling a match. I don't know why that really hyped me up. I'd like to see. And then obviously I had to throw in my pitch for me to be his Paul Heyman, but
it's always about WWE for you.
I was about to say, what's the over-under he's trying to work in WWE the whole time we've been out
here?
We
had a great conversation about Justin Herbert and Dak Prescott with Sean Merriman, and you talk about WWE.
It's not my fault that everything right now is centered around WWE and
the Super Bowl.
Cody Rhodes.
Super Bowl week.
Hey, you remember with our compa Nate, he was throwing WWE storylines left and right about the Chiefs and
but what did Nate say?
Everything.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. Okay, that one's not. Well, the only thing he didn't like was Kelsey riding off into the sunset, Reed riding off, and then Kelsey proposing, because that's a lot of work for him.
Well, first thing, Fernando, as you being the host, give Dan and Victor some proper introductions. Hey, did you even give me a what's up, bro?
I gave you a what's up, bro, and I introduced both of them.
Well, do a better one. How about that? I feel like you just jumped into WWE and threw me off.
Well, no.
Frown, you got to buy him some dinner. You got to wine and dine him. Let's go, dude. Get him going.
And then confirm that the cowboy hat's here, too.
Well, yeah. No, Dan and Dago is here. Victor, producer, are here. Dan and Dago's wearing the cowboy. Well, not wearing it right now, but he's gotten some compliments about the cowboy hat. And Vic has got to see some interesting folk. He's looking at Carrot Top right now, I think. So yeah, he's right over there doing an interview. So.
Yeah, and so for those of you who are listening, make sure you send in your comments. Don't be shy. I'll be the one taking care of the comments. So if you have any questions, any comments that you want to share with the compas live from Radio Row, go ahead and send us your way.
Yeah, questions about Super Bowl 49ers, the Chiefs. Questions about the coaching carousel. There's a certain coach left Michigan that went to LA.
Hey, let me tell you.
Harbaugh.
Let me tell you something.
Are we gonna get your brother already?
Well, it's not just that. Okay. Right now,
my reign of terror is coming, baby. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I'm just gonna come out and say this. Jesse Minter from the defensive coordinator of Michigan. He did put right now on Twitter, nothing but love to everyone at Michigan, especially the players. We had a great journey together. Thank you, Michigan.
Wow.
So the speculation has been running rampant that he could be the next defensive coordinator of Jim Harbaugh. And it looks like he is headed there. I think he's also taking a defensive line coach. And like Vic said earlier, is Michigan going to have any coaches left? I'm saying that about Michigan and Baltimore. Baltimore lost some key pieces as well, not just the Chargers, the Seahawks, and then I think Miami hired one of their guys for their defensive coordinator position. So everyone's kind of taken away, but that's kind of how the NFL is. I mean, they take away from the teams that are winning, and they decide to poach. But looks like a lot of guys from college football are kind of jumping ship over to the NFL.
Yeah, and then speaking of coaches, Fernando, I got to take the L on here. I kept telling you all week that is not Mike Smith, former head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, and he confirmed it today, so I was dead wrong on that. Maybe Mike Smith wants to coach the Chargers. I don't know. Or even
what did you say? Yeah, let the Rams take his ass. Let the Rams take his ass.
It was okay. He won a good amount of games.
Come on. Are you serious? Matty Ice was Matty Ice because he was frozen under him, I think. It wasn't until Dan Quinn came that it actually kind of started going.
Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, well, I'm still holding my reservations.
There's a guy over there that thinks he's funny, trying to put on a helmet.
We saw plenty of those at Media Night. Don't forget that.
You want to share a couple stories about Media Night?
Frown, what's your Lucha Libre name? That's my question.
Don Panzon.
Why was that so quick for you to say?
I don't know. It just came naturally. I mean, one of my cousins used to call me kind of like in a name Panzon when I was younger, so I think it always stuck. But
I don't know, not anymore, Fernando. Give yourself some credit, man. You're shedding weight fast, quickly. I don't know what you're doing.
No, Mike Golick is the one that's shedding weight like crazy.
Speaking of that too, Taylor Lewan, you talked to him.
Yeah,
Taylor Lewan, skinny.
By the way, you guys, if you're listening and you haven't checked it out yet, go check out the interview he did with both Bussin' and the Boys, Will Compton and Taylor Lewan.
That was fun.
You will not regret it. It was absolute fire. I was trying so hard not to laugh behind the camera, but like it was insane. You guys need to go check that one out.
That was all Dan and Dago though, if I'm being completely honest. Like Dan was like, just go up to him. I was kind of like, you know me, like I'll go talk to anybody, but at the same time, like I know people are working, people are doing their thing and everything, but I was like, you know what, I will. And then Will Compton was awesome, and then Taylor Lewan was hilarious.
Yeah.
So they're both awesome, but
I give a quick sneak peek because I want people to watch the video. It might come out soon. But
I haven't said
you
anything.
asked Will Compton for a prediction of what Taylor Lewan will say, and it was actually pretty spot on. So you gotta watch that. And then one more. Check out Fernando's facial expressions when he's interviewed Kadarius Toney, the wide receiver of the Chiefs.
Oh my God!
It's gold. Watch it. Get back to us when you notice some of the what should I call it? Awkward exchanges.
Very interesting. Let's just put it
and
like
it's
that.
Kadarius Toney, and then a very energetic Fernando. So
my God!
I don't know what it is, but like sometimes I'm just like I can't hide my facial expressions. I guess I need to do better at that. But sometimes I'm just kind of laughing or trying not to laugh. Like honestly, the one thing I wish I would have had was a camera on me when Deion Sanders was complimenting me my hair a couple of years ago. Because honestly, I remember I was like bright red, like I just couldn't, and I was like freaking giggling in a sense also just because it was such a interesting moment.
Coach Prime.
Is he out here yet?
No.
I don't know if he'll be out here.
Hey, if it's not Louis, if it's not Fashion Week, his ass is in Colorado Boulder getting to work, dude.
Not worth it.
No.
He was here last year though, or in Phoenix.
Yeah,
he
but
was there in
that was
Phoenix.
when he was at Jackson State, I think.
Yeah. No, I think he had just been named the head coach of Colorado.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they hire head coaches in early January. They don't wait this long. Well, except for Boston College, but that's only because their head coach left.
And there's a lot of
Green Bay
speculation
Packers.
as to why a lot of college coaches are leaving for the NFL. But I mean, everybody can fill in the blank on that one. It's getting wild out here.
We also talked to Anthony Lynn, former Chargers head
Shout
coach
out,
yesterday.
dude. Shout
Anthony
out.
Lynn, Drew Tranquil.
Yeah, you guys should have seen the emotion that Anthony Lynn had when he saw Gilbert. Like he was so excited to see Gilbert. So that was pretty cool. And then he had the cowboy boots on. Those were pretty
He's
nice.
a dog, dude. He still looks like he could lace him up, dude. That guy is made out of granite. Like, my God.
Well, and then that's why I asked him. I'm like, everybody's talking about how the McCaffreys have won Super Bowls together in the past. Ed McCaffrey and Mike Shanahan. McCaffrey and Shanahan. Mike Shanahan, Kyle's dad, won it with Ed McCaffrey, who was the wide receiver. J.A. Adonde. And then, students with him. And then you look, and now it's Christian McCaffrey along with Kyle Shanahan. But guess what? Anthony Lynn was a part of those too. Anthony Lynn was the backup running back to Terrell Davis, and now he's obviously there as the head coach or assistant head coach with the San Francisco 49ers. So this is going to be interesting if that trio can win a Super Bowl. Like he said, 24 years later, and I'm back in the Super Bowl. So he said, you can't I tell the players, don't take this for granted because you never know if you're ever going to be back, and you never know if you're going to, if you'll ever make one in your career.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. You know, it's been what he said, 25 years. The Broncos back-to-back Super Bowl, 98, 99. So maybe longer than that. But yeah, it was good to see Anthony out there at the media opening night.
Everybody was wanting to talk to him.
I was surprised about that, by the way.
He's such a laid-back guy.
He's awesome.
And then he's all chilling. I honestly, I want to say my mistake was going to the podiums for the superstar players. You guys were kind of making the rounds behind the podiums on the field, getting stuff with Taylor Lewan and Will Compton and Kadarius Toney. I'm over there getting shelled by people because they want to ask a question of Travis Kelce.
No. You got a great video thanks to you going to the podium.
That was it. Check my self promo. Check out my TikTok at GManzano24. I got to post it on the Compas on the Beat YouTube as well. If you haven't watched it, it's Guillermo from Jimmy Kimmel Live asking NFL players, Trent Williams to be exact for my video, to I guess not buy squares because you can't gamble in the NFL. It's can you draw a square for the Super Bowl? And he made people draw it on his tummy. Speaking of
That's pretty interesting right there. That's pretty interesting.
Let me ask you guys something. Since you guys, this is your third now. I joined you guys last year for Arizona, but who's been the most interesting team in terms of getting a good response during Super Bowl media night?
What do we got now?
Well,
We have
we've only done
Rams,
2.
Bengals.
No,
oh,
no,
that
no.
was
Rams,
yeah.
Bengals. It was all still to
I was
Yeah,
cover.
you're right.
I want to hear
Yeah.
a second one then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So it
our
was
second one
Eagles,
with media night.
Yeah.
Chiefs, and then Chiefs.
No, okay, so
49ers.
I'll be honest. The Eagles got the same reception that the 49ers got last night. So
Yeah.
the Chiefs got booed.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was louder though.
It was louder.
Dude.
Eagles fans were literally
Yeah.
wait, when was
No,
it
I'm
louder?
saying 49ers were.
Oh,
louder.
yeah, yeah,
Eagles
yeah,
were pretty
Yeah.
strong. Too.
Eagles were loud, but they weren't booing Mahomes and Kelsey.
like
I think
Francisco
here-
nearby. Like
yeah,
they all made
I
the
think
trip.
here you have the bad blood because they lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs in 2020. But man, this Super Bowl is going to be very interesting. And remember, I gave you that stat. The last 3 games on CBS have been a blowout. But if I'm being honest, I can see a blowout from only one way, and that's the San Francisco 49ers blowing out the Chiefs.
From your lips to
can't see-
God's ears, Frown. Say it.
I really can't see the Chiefs blowing out the 49ers because I don't think the Chiefs are kind of built like that. I don't think their playoffs have shown that they're built like that. I think they're about getting out to, like Nate Taylor said, getting out to a lead and
Watch
then
that
trying.
interview too, by the way.
Yeah, watch that interview with Nate
Very
Taylor.
insightful.
Very
He's a great
fire.
guy. But
By the way,
it's about getting out to that lead and then obviously building upon it.
Did you see this tweet by Albert Breer?
No.
Collie.
Yeah, your colleague. It says source: the Chargers have finalized the hire of Jesse Minter as their new defensive coordinator. Big get for Jim Harbaugh, bringing over his DC from the last
Where
2
were
years
you
of
for the
Michigan.
beginning of the show? Fernando already mentioned it.
No, it wasn't official. The only thing that he said was breaking. Jesse Minter has declared himself open to the portal.
That's
He was entering the transfer
That's a
portal.
good source, Dan. But
Oh,
you
I had to
spent,
check it.
You spent too much time on MLS football, whatever it's called. I don't know.
No. That one is a stupid ex who fails me, giving me updates. No, and I had to make sure because stupid Twitter now doesn't have the check mark mean anything. So I had to make sure it was Albert Breer, and I was like, yeah, it was the real one with 600,000 followers or whatever.
What did you tell me the other day that you got duped by one of those fake Adam Schefter?
Yeah, the parodies. Yeah, because they imitate the exact same profile, except it puts parody at the end in like small letters or somewhere else. I'm like, holy crap, dude! Like, it's just getting insane out here.
By the way,
that's gonna be super interesting though. Now that he's making the jump to the NFL.
Josh Heshke, I think that's his
the guy
name.
he's bringing on
From Rivals. No, from Rivals. He put Jim Harbaugh's been aggressive in trying to recruit Mike Elston and Steve Klinkscale to LA. He was successful with Elston. Elston's the defensive line coach who's coming along with him. And he says money wasn't an issue in LA or Michigan,
Good.
but selling the lack of recruitment and not doing daily college football tasks was a tactic.
I'm just gonna blurt out people that walk by. Jackson Smith and Jigba from the Seattle Seahawks.
Shout out,
just
dude.
walked by.
Oh, yeah.
I just think, a little sneak preview because I don't think the Merriman one is up yet. He said
No, it is up.
We went
Oh,
live,
it is up?
yeah.
My bad. Oh, you're right. My bad. I just work here. Sorry.
Check it
I just
out.
work here. Check it out. He said something very important, and we've talked about this left and right for the Chargers program and everything else. They don't have an identity. You fix that almost by hiring Jim Harbaugh, bringing in some alpha energy and everything else. You saw the picture of I think it was the offensive line guy or the defensive line guy, looked almost like a mugshot. The guy looked tough. And I'm like, that's what we're talking about, dude. We're going to get some identity going up in this piece.
Well, speaking of tough, how about was it Young West on the live earlier saying he'll take a hit from Sean
Sean
Merriman?
Merriman.
And
Oh,
he'll
that
sign
was
the
hilarious.
waiver.
Hey, shout out to you,
We're
guy.
looking for the waiver to email you.
Yeah,
Young West,
shout
if you're
out to
watching.
you, dude.
But that was very entertaining.
I was looking at him up close. You can tell the guy still lifts. I'm like,
The guy's a monster.
Yeah.
I think he broke the chair too. To be honest.
No, but we've had some good stuff here, but I think media night is or opening night or whatever the hell people are calling it.
I'm a little over it.
I'm not because I
You
said,
got good stuff. I mean,
yeah.
I'm the guy that got shoved at the podium.
Yeah, the problem is
Well,
the podium stuff. The problem is the podium
you
stuff.
have to have muscle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
You know
was
what
gonna
I'm
say
saying?
you
You know
could
what
be
I'm
my
saying?
Trent Williams. I could be your Debo Samuel,
I'm telling
and
you.
you could be my
I'm
Trent.
telling
I told
you.
him, I'm like,
Victor could be my Eric Armstead.
There you go. I'm
like,
telling you.
get people out of the way. Don't want
Oh, yeah.
are-
Some stooge.
but people are rude. Like, they
Oh,
think
yeah.
that
Oh,
they're
yeah.
entitled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some CBS stooge cut in front of us twice. He thought I was going to make myself skinnier to get so he could get through. I said, oh, well, I can't cuss. Kid show.
It's a
I
lie
said,
too. man.
BS, dude. BS. I left my elbow out there, so hopefully he ate it. I couldn't stand that. I thought that was so rude. Common courtesy. It's not hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's free.
it's free.
I get we're in Vegas and it's the fight capital of the world. I'm gonna keep saying that.
Hey, let's go
Yeah,
there.
so I guess we gotta.
No, I'm just kidding.
You're ready for that.
No, depends who it is, dude. I ain't got much
But
in me right now.
I gotta say, I love Las Vegas. It's a home away from home for me. But for the first 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, I expect a little more
Movement,
atmosphere, a little light.
Yeah, that's because there's so much to do.
Outside,
around here. Yeah.
How much do you guys think is the weather too?
No,
Yeah, a little
could be.
gloomy out here.
Well,
It's not like this-
but
LA
I
is
think
like storm
no, but
though.
I go back to what somebody, I think it was Diana Rossini who tweeted it out. She's like, they say that you should only spend 48 hours in Vegas. Cheers
It's
to the next
dangerous.
I don't
100
like
and
that. That's not true.
cheers
Just be
to the
careful.
next
Just kinda,
100 and something.
You know what I can't wait for? And let me tell you something. I'm gonna be very useless to you if we go there. If the Super Bowl's in Nashville, I don't think you're gonna see me for
Yeah,
6 days.
No,
gotta
it's not going to
work.
be in Nashville unless they build them a new stadium or.
No, they shouldn't
It's
do that
hard.
to me. They shouldn't do that to me.
It's hard to like now. You have the thing is that now you have what's it called? We're LA. You have LA.
Yeah. Well, they want
New
to do.
Orleans.
They want to do the domes anyway to remove the weather element. I'm like, come on, dude. This is football. This isn't, basketball. This isn't like, I guess baseball. They kind of cower away from it a little bit. But
okay, appearance walking by. Chris Olave from San Diego.
hey,
and of the
shout out,
Saints walking by.
Mission Hills
To your left,
alum,
Fernando,
dude.
to your left. He'll come through right now.
Oh, it's my right, so you confuse
yeah,
me.
Yeah, sorry. Chris Olave.
Mission Hills
If I got it
alum, dude.
wrong, then I apologize, but I'm pretty sure it's him. But he's not.
Mission Hills alum, dude.
There you go. Okay, here it comes.
Shout out
with
to
the
him.
B Letterman jacket.
Oh,
I wish we had a
okay,
camera
that's
to
where
point
he is.
that.
Oh yeah. It's got to be on your ugly mug instead.
Did I get it right?
I think it. Yeah, I think it
There you
is.
go. Hi,
Yeah,
good eyes.
yeah.
Wearing contacts.
Why don't you get up and go?
Yeah,
Go get him.
Go be useful, Dan. Go get Chris Olave.
This guy, dude. This
Go-
guy.
Just
I
just walk with
Just
the mic.
whistle. Hey, don't Manzano over here. Come over
Just
here.
be like, hey, Chris.
Yeah.
He's on the
Yeah.
phone. Okay.
Yeah,
He
he's on the
tried.
phone.
I was waving.
He's
He
making
said,
moves.
let me get away from this sports.
You know
news
what?
over
I
here."
think
He's
he'll be
looking over here.
he'll be in San Diego. During the summer, he usually does a camp, so we'll probably end up going to that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think media night is kind of like the fact where people ask you, like the questions that they were asking some of these guys. I was like, what are we doing? Like,
What was
the one question that stood out for you guys?
the Kermit the Frog to Patrick Mahomes.
Are
Like,
you
what the
kidding? The
hell?
thing-
Like,
the
I-
thing-
like one thing is the memes that you see on Twitter, but to actually ask
Yeah.
him something like that, like, come on, like I get it's fun, it's this, it's that, it's interactive, but at the same time, professionalism is key. Like, I know everybody wants to get the hot soundbite and everybody wants to get the clicks
Go viral.
and everybody
Go
wants to go viral.
Pharrell.
But come on, like be professional. Like the guy's up there, like, and I mean, obviously, I mean, whatever is going on around him, whatever. But at the same time, it's like be professional. Like, just ask him normal. If you don't have any, and that's the problem too, Gilbert. I feel like I've understood from this is that people don't care. Like they have to ask a question, even though their question is idiotic. They still have to get a
it's
question
like something
out.
on their bucket list. They have to ask.
Like
a
I asked
question.
Patrick Mahomes a couple of years ago when they were playing Tampa because everything was virtual, and I asked him, I'm like, Pat, when did you know that you were basically like, what? No. What did he learn from that game against the Patriots
Yeah,
when the
the year
Patriots came
before.
back and beat them in the AFC Championship? I'm like with that game, what did you do that offseason and get yourself better and get yourself ready? Obviously, they went on, they won the Super Bowl against the Dolphins or in Miami against the 49ers. But then obviously going into that new Super Bowl against Brady, like what did he learn in those 2 years to get him ready for that moment? And Pat kind of like sat back and he's like, honestly, I had to get myself like if I was in the gym two times a day, I had to go to 4. I had to do this. I had to eat better. I had to take care of my nutrition, this, that. I'm like, okay, see, that's a good question. But just to ask a question, to ask a damn
Where's
question.
Fernando to ask me some really
Hey,
fantastic questions?
Honestly, I feel like if Pat's had, and that's the thing. That's what I hate sometimes is that we don't have the opportunity to sit down with guys like that. But I bet you if we sat down with Pat, we could actually have a really good conversation that doesn't lead to anything with Taylor Swift. That doesn't lead to anything with his family. That leads to just the guy growing up, what it was like at Texas Tech, the adversity that he's faced. He owns an MLS team. I think he's part owner of the Kansas City Royals. Yep. And he does a lot for the Negro Leagues. He's involved in a lot of that. So that'd be interesting to get to talk to him about too. So it's just different things that you could get to talk to him about. But obviously, you're just if you're not ESPN, if you're not Fox Sports, if you're not these people, you don't get a one-on-one sit down with those guys.
Another promo, Fernando. Megan Levy from UFC. She said, "You guys are actually good. You're fun.
Oh yeah,
we like that.
Yeah.
We like talking to you. So.
Yeah.
You know when business is gonna pick up as soon as what's it called? As soon as the king himself shows up, Pat McAfee. I think that's when it's all gonna pick up. You're gonna see people
maybe
walking
that's what it
around.
is.
That's what it is. That's probably what they're waiting for.
We have a question, fellas.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
From our guy Delbert Salgado. He says, "Hope
Shout
you guys
out.
are doing good."
Shout out.
He says Jeremiah Fennell is stealing the show in his interviews. The little kid.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
For the opening
Yeah.
night?
Yes.
I've seen some of those.
I think I saw him. Yeah.
I've seen
Okay.
some of those. Yeah.
Yeah. He sets the standard for a lot of people here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's crazy when you see kind of that, like, you see them kind of go up there compared to some of the adults, and you're like, damn, dude, like, what are we missing here?
Is he
He's the one
It's,
that started here with the Raiders. He started when he was 7 years old.
How old is he now?
I think he's 9 or 10.
Yeah.
But I
now.
think it's like a program, isn't it? About a
Yeah.
middle school something
Yeah.
I saw.
But
I think I saw him walking
I
by.
think he's the one that asked. So like last year, a couple that Super Bowl, he goes on there and he asks Pat. He's like, Pat, I might not be a Chiefs fan, but is it okay? Or how can I be a Mahomie?
Oh no.
And Pat's like, of course. He's like,
no.
Pat's like, of course you can be a Mahomie. He's like,
Over
this
my
is what-
dead body will I ever be a Mahomie, dude. His worst nightmare.
what if he
just came
invested
to
in
the
Compas?
division. Oh, right there, I'd have to eat it. Whatever. Right? If you would invest, I'd say, oh yeah, Brittany's great too. Let's go, dude. I love Jackson. He's awesome. His TikToks.
You would do one with him?
Hey,
You would just say that.
oh wait, there's no camera. My bad. I was dancing over here. Yeah, I'll do a little Corvette, hotline blink blink or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Actually, by the way, for those of you who don't know, we've got a booth right next to Walter Payne's son, and he's been hanging out with Dan and Dago, and they've been doing some dancing there. So.
Oh yeah, I was like,
He wants Dan to be his lead blocker.
oh, I can do that. I was like, I can't tackle your ass. I'm not gonna chase you, but I can't run in front.
He
of
scared you?
Scared the dog piss out of me. I was about to scream when I was over there. I was
Squeal like a little schoolgirl.
Oh yeah, dude. He came up behind me. I was like, that's it. My life's over. I was like, just felt a gust of wind and some hands on my back. I was like, oh damn, dude. I was like, scared the hell out of me.
Well, you guys hit it off when he came over for the peanut butter pretzels.
And I want everyone on this program. I'm gonna give you a little inside
Don't share the
baseball.
story, but-
I'm gonna give you a little inside baseball. I was mocked mercilessly about the thought of, hey, why don't we have some snacks here for the guests? Hey, why don't we make it like at home and da 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 da? Over under 2 or 3 people have said, oh, this is awesome, and grab some.
No, but you were
So-
mocked. You were mocked in LA
The first time. But
and
Yeah,
then
the first time.
he
the
did
first
a
time.
little bit in Phoenix,
Yeah.
but now
well,
he's
it was
like,
a bit by then. But
Yeah.
No, I know,
it's
but-
a bit.
yeah,
It's a bit.
yeah.
But then he asked you.
First time I
he
was
asked
really
you,
like,
It's called tradition,
this is
sir.
dumb. But I gotta say, you know why I thought it was a little dumb? Because when Walter Payton Jr. Well, okay. No, first name is not Walter.
No,
sorry.
no,
It's
it's
Garrett.
Jared. It's
Sorry.
Garrett.
Yeah, that's why me and
Jared,
him and I are not
Jared.
connecting like that. Sorry, my bad.
Jared.
But he came over here and he said, you know what? I don't want to put my hand in the bowl because he doesn't know who's been doing the digging. So he got some hand sanitizer. He's a smart running back like that. So
Okay,
that's
yeah,
why I
but-
was concerned about it.
But
Look,
Dan
that's
brought
it, Dan.
the
That's
hand
it.
sanitizer, and he's like, look.
Yeah, so did Vic. But I mean, either way,
Covered. You got
No big
bases
deal.
Covered, yeah. We're
because let
good.
me tell you
We're all
something.
safety here.
Sometimes Gilberto, all right, you got to risk it for the reward. And I'm going to risk it to get the biscuit every single time.
Don't
guy.
you remember the year one? McAfee was like,
Oh yeah,
destroying
That's when I
those.
ate crow. Okay,
Yeah, like he was destroying. Like he kept on popping them in, and
I just
and
want
he's
to
like,
tell
great idea, folks.
I just want to tell the listener, if there is one thing I love to do in this life, I don't do a lot of things well, but one thing I love doing, and I do it excellent, is making Gilberto eat crow. I absolutely love doing that because that's why they call me Nostradamus, Gilberto. There's no other reason. You know what I mean?
By the way, Gilberto was telling me he's thinking about going. That the Chargers are going to go 14 and 3 next year.
No, he better not start giving predictions. And then I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna go 3-14. The curse is real. The curse is real.
Anytime something bad happens to us, or like a little blimp on the radar, oh, it's your fault. You're cursed. You're cursed. So Dan thinks I'm.
Let him know
Not
in the
just
chat.
Dan.
Let him
Not
know in
just
the
Dan. I
chat.
think Jorge and some other guys
Let him
would,
know in the chat.
would say that.
Get that trending. Hashtag Gilberto curse. It's real.
And then hashtag with Roberto pick the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
Gilberto avocados.
Exactly.
People are wondering.
Guacamole.
Gilberto and
Gilberto
avocados.
should pick the Chiefs. Curse them.
You know what? I'm actually surprised that a lot of people are leaning with the Chiefs just because of experience.
Yeah, but but like, just they're leaning with them for another reason. Okay, and I think. Oh, I'm not gonna go into all the other side stuff. We already know that. If you don't know that, I can't help you at this point. But
You can't.
Nate said it best. They're doing exactly what they need to do, which people might not like, but that's exactly how you win football games. You don't make mistakes. You don't turn the ball over. You run the football, and you play physical defense. Like, it's no secret. The blueprint is out there. We've been doing this since the dawn of time. The cavemen were out there running trap plays and playing physical downhill football. And just because now you got computer nerds in there trying to razzle dazzle with numbers and everything else doesn't change the hard truths of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why. Again, to their credit, and Andy Reid more than anybody else on that team and that program, him and Spagnuolo, it's still hard to get to them. I mean, besides, again, the extracurriculars, we've all seen it. It is what it is. But for the most part, it's hard to get to Patrick Mahomes. And if you don't have gap integrity when you pass rush, he's going to get out of it, dude.
Vic, what do you think?
I think that, talking to some of the 49ers yesterday, it was kind of interesting to see how they're looking at this game, especially with what we talked about with them struggling in the run. And I think listening to Eric Armstead and Fred Warner, it sounds like that's going to be their priority, is to stop Pacheco. I think they know what the key is to this game. It comes down to the 49ers being able to, stop the Chiefs offense, because as Fernando has pointed out, in the second half, they usually don't score many points. And we know what the 49ers are capable on offense, whether it's Debo, it's anybody, Ayuk, Purdy, Kittle, like they have a lot of weapons. So I think that's going to be a big key, is going to be stopping the run. And, we talked about this. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Chase Young being benched in this game just to be able to stop the run.
I like Dan's idea.
Oh,
Grab Chase Young. Oh, no, not that one. No.
From your
You
lips
grab-
to God's ear.
You grab Chase Young, you bring him over, and you have him knock Kelsey off or jam him at the line.
The
Or
passer penalties
or do some-
from the get-go?
No, that's what Dan
that's
said.
me. That's me.
Okay. No, I'm talking about the jamming Kelsey off the line with a big guy like him. And then obviously the defender can be right behind him. But
I'm not sure Chase Young could jam Travis
The
Kelce.
thing,
You
the
don't
thing
think so?
no, he's
At
probably
all?
not athletic
Games at
enough.
the edge.
He's not athletic enough.
well, get your freaking fat
No,
rear end
and the problem
and
is
just
too.
at least impede him.
The problem is too, who knows how much buy-in he has, and I think that's the biggest problem right now, that he has not bought in to the 49ers culture. Which recently I saw a quote from Kyle Shanahan where it's like, you bring in high character football people and the culture takes care of himself. Apparently they missed that one because he's giving up on plays, not playing hard, everything else, whatever. The key to the game defensively, if I'm Kyle Shanahan telling Steve Wilkes, load up the box, stop Pacheco, either double or put your best guy on Kelsey, let Rashid Rice, Tony, Kadarius Toney, whoever else beat you. And the other thing I'm telling him is, you better emphasize to these freaking D linemen, they better not start, pass rushing wherever the hell they want and leave these huge wide open gaps. I would almost put a QB spy with either Warner or Greenlaw or whoever I think can chase his ass down and really get after him. The thing I'm going to emphasize, if I'm Steve Wilkes, and I'm going to try and woo-saw this part a little bit, I would tell them in either the last defensive meeting or all week or whatever, if he crosses the line of scrimmage, I swear to God, I'm going to cut everybody if we don't make him pay. That's exactly
what
the
if they
message.
cut Nick Bosa?
Hey, the more the merrier. I got Jim Harbaugh now. Bring him. Let's go. Take a pay cut. You and Joey can share a salary, dude.
I see what you're saying. I mean, but the thing is too, is that's what I was asking Nate. Like, is he really, because Kadarius Toney said he's healthy. He said he's ready to make an impact. But my question is, if you're Andy Reid, do you overthink this?
Yeah.
And
A
do you
little
decide,
pep,
you know
a little
what?
pep.
Yeah, exactly. Do you decide to let Kadarius Toney play? Because
I don't
he
think
could
you
either
can.
he could either cost you the game, or he might, like last year, have two big plays that led to them winning. So
Fernando, he
that's-
asked you what you think about his game plan.
You got to ride the hot
I
hand,
haven't.
dude.
By the way, he came out and he said that. I think he came out and said that it was AI. His
Yeah,
Instagram
the
live.
Yeah.
He said that it was like AI
It was
and
an
stuff.
AI version of him.
Yeah. That it wasn't really him. And
That's a new one.
I just think there's too many distractions. I would just go with what you have now.
You have to ride the hot hand, dude. That's what got you.
I would
there.
just go with what you have right now.
MVS, Rashid Rice, Pacheco, Kelsey. That's it.
And even the other receiver, 84,
Oh,
Watson.
and Gray.
Watson,
And
yeah.
Watson
Gray.
actually, yeah.
Noah
Oh, and then
Gray.
Jared McKinnon.
He's
I
gonna
think
be
they.
out. It sounds
Yeah,
like he's
yeah.
gonna be out.
Oh, he's gonna be out.
Yeah, he said he
Wow.
doesn't look good for him.
That's
Neither.
not
Oh,
walking
okay.
Same
around.
thing
Good.
with Tooney.
Oh, awesome.
It's
That's
not
gonna be
looking
big.
good.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Tooney,
Well,
damn.
actually, the guy that stepped in for Tooney last week, I thought he did a good job against. I mean, I know they gave up a sack to Justin, but what's his name again?
Justin. What'd you say?
From the defensive tackle from the.
Oh, Justin Marabuque.
There you go. They gave up a sack on him and everything, but I thought they actually did a really good job. Gilbert, doesn't that look like Pam from The Office?
No
Pam
way.
from The Office.
No,
Is
it's not her.
God
With the
is
coffee?
God in this convention center, Frau?
Yeah.
How many
No.
times are you gonna mention God?
No,
That's
that's a line from The Office,
Oh,
you
okay. I know, but
atheist.
still.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
We're gonna
I'm
just
just kidding.
give out our religions out here.
Let's
or
just,
what?
let's just talk about theology now. No, I'm just
Uh,
kidding.
Edit it
I
out.
should be like one of
CJ
the-
Stroud.
I should be like one of the reporters yesterday. What's your favorite verse from the Bible?
Oh, do they really
It's
do
like,
that?
Yeah, it was there. Every booth we went to, someone asked that.
LeBron would be on page 1 of the Bible.
In the beginning, Genesis 1:1 or whatever.
Well, you know the 3 F's. You got to ask faith, family, and football.
That's
That's
what Jim
right.
Harbaugh said.
God
Yeah,
bless them.
yeah.
You know what? Everybody better enjoy this time now because my reign of terror is gonna
Can you
be.
imagine how he's going to be
fury.
there if
They
they
win
really,
games,
yeah.
Hey, if
'Cause,
we
I
get,
mean,
I'm not gonna say it, but if we get some redemption, whoever knows me knows that storyline I've been preaching.
Yeah.
If we get some redemption next year, you're never gonna see me again.
What did you think about what Taylor? Don't spoil it, but what Taylor Lewan said?
Hey,
Yeah, don't get the spoiler.
I'm fired up, dude. That's all I gotta say. You're not gonna see me ever again next year if we get some redemption. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what's been kind of interesting to see, and it good for Harbaugh, but all the Michigan people who all the alumni, they all were happy that he went to the Chargers.
Yeah, Mike Dana last night. I asked him, and he's a Kansas City Chief, and he's like, those guys they're going to step it up next year. He's like, Jim brings a level of intensity. He's like, I'm actually really happy for him. But you're right. A lot of people are saying that they're so happy for him, and
Well, I think it just really speaks to the character of Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
He did everything he set out to do. Obviously, the only thing they wish they would have had a little more success in the sense of, maybe you win 2 out of the 3 playoffs you go to and everything else. But he restored, at least my understanding, obviously, I don't follow college football as closely, but
Yeah,
he restored Michigan football to what it once was.
Yeah, like you hear stories from like Nick Saban, and like you don't hear the same thing, like people being happy that he left Alabama.
Oh, well, that one, because, there was I think that one, the difference is there's no line of succession at Alabama. That was kind of, let's figure this out. From what it seems like when he left Michigan, the OC was going to take over. I think it's the OC.
Yes.
And he left a line of succession. So a huge thing about the coaching profession, and obviously I've only been in it 2 years, so don't over here think I'm Vince Lombardi, because not even Joe Lombardi's Vince Lombardi.
Hype yourself up. Come on.
But a big thing that matters about coaching is how you leave. You have to leave in the right way. So if you're a guy like Saban and you don't leave a successor, like, of course everybody's going to be. But I'm surprised, seriously, you didn't see full out riots break out in Tuscaloosa.
Yes,
I'm surprised
We
Tuscaloosa
were-
is still standing, dude.
we would be at games, and people would ask my mom, like, "Oh, which one's your son?" She's like, "Oh, my son's the offensive line coach," and they'd be like, "Oh, Coach Danny," and they'd be like, "Yeah," or Coach Ramirez. "Oh, my son really likes him." "Oh, really? What position does your kid play?" "Oh, he plays corner." Or it would be a whole completely different, position
group, yeah.
But that's how he
There
is. He
goes
gets
our guy, Sean Merriman.
he gets along
Ah,
with
there we go.
everybody. So Sean Merriman again.
Shout out.
But
Well, real quick, Fernando, speaking of Jim Harbaugh, another promo. Adam Hill ranked Jim Harbaugh #1 head coach in the AFC West.
Okay,
I think
but
he was trolling a little
was
bit.
he trolling?
But, he said it.
Nah.
He was laughing a little bit, but he said it.
Yeah.
And he ranked Sean Payton dead last.
but remember what he
yeah,
said? He's like,
he
I'm
said
adding my
it.
Michigan
Recent-
bias.
No. But he said for
Oh,
Sean
yeah.
Payton, it was what he's done recently, not his
Yeah.
history. Yeah, no, you got to give credit to Andy Reid. Andy Reid's going to be number
Well,
one.
and that's the problem too. Everybody kind of ranks based on like, oh, Sean Payton
Yeah,
won one
credentials,
Super Bowl, and
yeah.
but like if you
He
really
got
look,
robbed out of one.
but-
That
well,
to me
yeah,
is insane.
but who knows if they would have won it though?
but a chance.
But-
at,
yeah,
a
yeah.
chance at.
But I mean, if you really look at Sean Payton as a head coach, like the last few years haven't been all that good. Like even in the 2 or 3 years before he left or got fired.
I thought he
or
kept him afloat. He still won the
retired.
division. I thought
He
those
was
few
all
times.
right.
Yeah.
No, but it wasn't the same.
Well, yeah, he didn't have a succession
Yeah.
plan, but that's the biggest problem. Is like,
Well, no, and he left it in cap hell. Like,
yeah,
like people
yeah,
want to talk about the Chargers being in cap hell. I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
with 2 moves and you're
Yeah.
good out of it.
yeah,
But I think what the Saints have been in
Yeah.
cap hell for like the past 5
And they
years.
Yeah.
refuse to,
Do anything about it,
no.
and they don't win.
No.
That's like they win enough games, but they don't win games to the point. Like remember that year where Tom Brady won the Super Bowl? They had beaten the Tampa Bay
Bucs,
Buccaneers twice,
Yeah.
and they couldn't put it together. Well, Drew Brees' arm was also like
Yeah.
completely done. So
Not everyone can leave like Bill Belichick. I think he left with like obviously the 3rd overall pick, and I think it was like 70 in cap or something like that.
Yeah.
That was good to go. That's why he's the greatest of all time, dude. He wakes up in the morning, pisses
Even though he
excellence.
lost the last 3
Get,
years. But yeah.
excuse me, sir. You're not going to disrespect the GOAT like that on this program.
Nobody wants him.
Oh, don't start that one. Don't
Yeah, I
start that
remember
one.
it's the,
We don't
what
have
is
enough
it?
time.
It's ageism. Where
Yeah.
Dan
Dude,
wants to go full.
The thing that pisses me off, right now is that I don't want to hear out of some of these programs, oh, we want to win. Oh, we're so committed to winning. Commitment to excellence. Da, 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 da. You hire Joe Schmo when Pete Carroll, proven, is out there. Mike Vrabel, proven, out there. You're intimidated by his size? What a joke to me. Because let me tell you something. Players will respect that. On top of that, you don't want to hire the GOAT because of too much controller, this or that. Like, you're not as committed to winning as you think.
I think Dan Quinn and Mike McDonald were the only guys that were not ex players that were hired. If I'm
Raheem.
Oh no,
I don't know.
Canales,
Yeah.
Raheem Morris. Okay, those are the 4. Because every other team, the other 4,
Yeah,
were
Jerome
former-
Mayo, Antonio Pierce,
Jim Harbaugh.
One thing I would love
And
to ask these
there was
fan
another one.
bases: what happens when your team goes 5-9 this year, or whatever the number is, and you missed out on a Belichick, on a Vrabel, on a Carroll? I'd love to see at the end of next season how some of these fan bases are feeling.
Did Brian Callahan play in the NFL?
I don't know.
No.
Wasn't his
Oh,
dad
I
a
forgot
coach?
about Brian.
His dad is an
Oh, whatever. It was
offensive
3.
line. We'll see
Still.
if he joins them down in Tennessee.
Oh, the year of the Nepo. We love it though. It is what it is.
Have they said if he's going to?
No, they
I saw something about that. I thought he did already.
I think he.
I saw it on Twitter. Don't think I have sources.
Come on,
I
they
don't.
gotta figure that out. Get his dad over there.
Yeah, for real. I
Sucks
would.
for
you-
Cleveland, though.
Are you guys excited about Usher?
No.
I
No,
am.
no. Who
What?
cares? You know
Usher.
what?
It depends on
I don't
what
care.
age level you are. I think. I mean, I think if you
It's not
if you
2004, like I mentioned.
This guy.
but it's like Prince. I mean, everybody deserves.
But Usher's
age-
not a prince. At least
Or
not-
a Michael
No,
Jackson.
I'm not
yeah.
saying,
He's not to me.
but for millennials, he is. I mean,
I
that,
don't-
I'm a
I don't
millennial, so I don't know. But I'm
yeah,
like,
but you're
This is-
you're a younger
You-
millennial.
This is
I
my
was
thing.
there for the prime years of Usher. I don't
Yeah.
think he's Prince.
Yeah.
This is my thing. Who gives it? Well, kid show. I was about to go. Who gives a rat's ass about the halftime show? I
That
don't.
was toning it
Let's
down.
get Oh, you should have heard, or you should have been in my mind. I was about to say something else, but who cares about the halftime show? I do not. Let's get to the game. I love watching football. I don't want to see someone parade around on a stage that I don't care about. I want to get back to the game.
Who's going to be in New Orleans? I wonder.
Post.
They're gonna hit already.
Huh? Yeah.
It should be post.
No. Oh,
Luke Holmes.
no, but Luke. Okay, that one I would be very excited.
Hey, let's go
about.
in the chat. Who you want to see
Is
in
he-
New
is
Orleans?
he from there?
Who cares? No, he's from the
he's-
Carolinas.
He's from down there.
No,
They
he's
no
from the
longer
Carolinas.
care about the whole
Yeah,
if
who
you're from
lives
that
there?
city.
Well,
Yeah, who
LA
cares?
got the
Yeah.
you know, Dr. Dre. and
No, they were
Snoop.
missing a key element to that.
They got
Who, Ice Cube?
Nate Dogg.
Oh,
Whoa.
Nate
yeah,
Dogg,
yeah,
shout
yeah.
out
But
to
I-
the
I-
South.
Yeah, you know?
I thought Ice Cube, like the whole 50 Cent, like I was kind of like,
No, 50 Cent and the lady, I forgot her name. What was her name?
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
I was like, dude, all I want to listen to is
no,
Eminem.
she hit a good one.
No. All I
But
want to listen
I
to
would
is
have loved-
Eminem.
I would have
Dr.
loved
Dre.
Ice Cube. Ice Cube would have been
Ice
a good
Cube, yeah,
one to bring out. I know he did the commercial before they to hype up the game.
I got New Orleans for you. Speaking of my youth, Juvenile, Cash Money Millionaires.
Oh my
Little
God,
Wayne.
I don't know what
Yeah,
that
Lil
is.
Wayne, yeah.
Oh,
that'd
he
be
is
actually
from
a
New
good one.
Orleans.
Hey,
Yeah,
Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman, yeah, my guy. Yeah, with Jerry
maybe,
Rice.
maybe, yeah.
He got security to
90
throw
Fresh.
Gilbert out.
Yeah.
He'll play
There you go.
Lollipop or he'll sing Lollipop. And what else was huge bangers for him?
Miss Officer.
Oh yeah, is he? No, he's not. I'm in love with the stripper. That was T-Pain.
No, that
right?
was T-Pain. T-Pain's gonna be around here on Thursday.
Actually,
Oh,
yeah, he's
really?
doing a concert.
Yeah.
Shout out. Really? Where?
Some of these places.
Oh, you know what? It's gonna be on the McAfee show. You watch. He's gonna play.
Oh
a
yeah,
song.
remember when Wiz Khalifa was
Yeah.
No, but they're no longer with FanDuel though. So
Dude, how sick would that have been? We would have been right here.
Where's the Pat McAfee?
He's all the way over there at ESPN.
No, over there.
Yeah, I know, over there, ESPN. It
Doesn't
is what
seem
it
the
is.
same anymore.
It is what it is. But yeah, it's gonna be good. New Orleans is gonna be a blast, dude.
Yeah,
That one's gonna
I'm
be
thinking
a
about
blast.
the food, and I'm actually hungry right now. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good to me too. I can always eat. That's
Do
a
you guys
problem.
want to close this out by kind of giving the people a preview of what some of the guests we might have for tomorrow? Or what to look
Tomorrow.
for?
What's tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Oh, so as of right now, I'm kind of excited. I don't know. Gilbert doesn't seem.
Don't put me on the spot for the guests.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm very excited about. I'm really excited about. We have well, as of right now, we're gonna have Vince Papali
Shout out
on the
Why do
show.
you laugh?
Why do
He's
you
a great-
laugh?
He's a great paisan.
No, but why are you calling me out?
Well, I didn't call you out. I just said that I'm probably
Just
more
took me a
hyped
while to realize who
because
that was.
of.
He's a great paisan.
You mentioned the
Maki
movie, and I clicked from you. Okay.
Yeah. So Invincible. So no, when I told Gilbert Invincible, he's like Machine Gun Kelly, the song by Machine Gun Kelly.
That's a joke. I've never heard of that song.
No, it was a song for WrestleMania one year for WWE.
Oh really?
So that's the only reason
Yeah.
why I remember it.
He's a huge.
It was the one
Megan
where
Fox
it was
fan.
the one where, and I brought it back to WWE. It was the one
Oh,
where
yeah. way to end it.
where it was the Rock
Wasn't it
versus
Hollywood? Yeah, it was Hollywood. Wasn't
No, it was the Rock versus Cena.
Once in
Number
a
one.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime,
Yeah.
you see twice. I must have died somewhere in between, dude.
But we have him. We have some other people. There's some people that we're hoping to
Stay
jump on.
tuned.
So
Stay tuned.
so make sure you guys tune into
How
that.
about a preview for Thursday? We're hopefully maybe some WWE content.
We're hoping we get some WWE people. Lee Steinberg is going to be joining us. Maybe some AEW wrestlers. There's going to be some
boxers.
Yeah, some boxers as well. Maybe either tomorrow or Thursday should be the
We're going
boxers.
for the Triple Crown.
But
wrestlers,
no.
boxers,
Yeah.
and, MMA fighters.
We're gonna do it all, short, fat, skinny, and tall. But
Shout out to Coach JB.
we're excited about everything going on right now, and obviously we appreciate you guys jumping on. Any comments or anything
No,
before?
that was it. We just had our guy Delbert.
Okay.
Delbert, he's always checking in with us from House of Horns. So maybe tomorrow we'll do a live for House of Horns. We haven't done one. We said we'd probably do one. So shout out to people at House of Horns and shout out to people at What's Up Bolts as well.
There you go.
I'm surprised Jorge didn't comment about Dan and Dago. He usually does.
It's all good. He's
Yeah.
probably grinding right now. I don't know what time he gets off
So
of
they
work.
gave people Sean Marin, and I was like, okay, that's it.
You know who was the one that there was? Oh, Jorge. No, who was it? There was somebody that's always in class.
Delbert
Yeah.
says to get Pitbull.
Oh
Pitbull.
my god!
I think
that
Joe-
should have been
I think-
Miami.
I think
that
Joe-
should have been Miami.
Oh, for New Orleans, get Pitbull.
I think try to get him on the show.
Oh, on the
if
show?
he's out here, Mr. 305, I'll go.
I
up to
think
him.
I think Uncle Joe would want to be here for that one. 'Cause he loves him some
big
Pitbull.
worldwide.
big Pitbull guy.
Yeah,
Mr.
but
Worldwide.
didn't he do something at a Super Bowl? No, right?
No, I
He's
don't
never
think
come
he-
out as
I
an
don't think
extra.
so. I don't think so.
Oh, no, yeah, didn't he come out for the Jennifer Lopez and Shakira?
Yeah,
I don't-
yeah.
Or that was
Maybe.
Bad Bunny.
No, I don't.
think you're
I
right.
don't know. I
That
don't
might
know.
have been that might have been Bad Bunny.
But it's funny to me that like these guys can't handle it themselves and they bring on extras. Like, oh,
no,
help me
it's
out.
fun
Sure.
to it's like WWE. It's
Here we
fun to
go.
have other
Here we
people
go.
jump
Hit the
in,
ding.
and
Yeah.
Hit the ding.
it's
Ding,
it's
ding,
fun to
ding.
have people jump in and do different things, especially because Bad Bunny was in that one, in the Miami one. I remember that.
Our guy, Extreme Chef says, "Hey guys, enjoy the time."
Oh,
Appreciate it.
Thank
Shout
you
out
so
to
much.
you, my guy. Shout out.
But with that, we will go enjoy the time.
Yes.
We were out here until 1 a.m.
I need a
yesterday,
drink.
so
I'm
Gilbert
tired.
needs a drink. And
I love alcohol.
He's been a little grouchy today, so we got to put him to
Oh,
bed.
that's how I
And,
met my guy Andrew Sandejo.
oh yeah,
It's already painful. There you go.
I already had one.
gonna snort it through your nose, guy.
Rainwater.
I already had one, so it was actually really good. So you make
Maybe
sure.
he's sponsored. You should, I think he liked this. Andrew Sandejo, former Viking safety.
Yeah, that
Oh
is
yeah, he
true.
was a dog, dude.
Yeah,
Make
we should
football
have,
violent again. Shout out.
Oh yeah, Dan was really excited about the Make Football Violent again. So, but again, we appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you guys watch all the content that we've already released. A lot of really good stuff. And
Hit
then
the
there's some,
notification button on the page. dude.
yeah, and there's a lot of good stuff that's about to drop, but it's all on Compas on the Beat YouTube page. So make sure you guys check it out. And of course, thank you guys so much for checking out another episode of Compas on the Beat, and we will be back tomorrow. We may live stream, we may not. We don't know yet. Well, no, we're gonna live stream, but like
I don't know.
we
It's
don't know.
it might be illegal to live stream.
Well, and
we
there's
got
no
a
such
story
thing as
when we get
illegal.
back. That's
But,
right. We're gonna figure it out.
No, but I meant like with a guest. We might
That
live
was
stream with a
fun
guest. Who
today.
knows?
And
Yeah,
we did it with
yeah.
Adam yesterday too. So
Yeah, exactly. So we may do that,
Hey,
but
it's like Eddie Guerrero says, I lie, I cheated, I steal.
well, no, with the ridiculous crap
No,
that
I
they pull
know.
out
Hey,
here,
the
like
not so fun league guy. I don't know what you're
making
convinced
a
of.
Gilbert was not
One
happy
more
having to
comment here
walk.
from Dover. He says Rams in 24, puros cuernos.
Oh,
Gilbert was
Rams
not
Chargers
happy
Super
that
Bowl. How about that?
could you imagine the riot in LA if it was in LA?
Gilbert would
Florida?
not. Gilbert was
No,
not
that would
happy
be
about
in the
having to
Bay.
walk.
Imagine that.
Oh,
No, it'd be in New
about
Orleans.
next
New
year?
Orleans.
Yeah.
in the Bay,
Yeah.
the riot that would erupt.
Yeah. In 2
But
years.
Bang
yeah.
bang.
I don't
Niner King. We're all Niner fans this week.
Are you really?
Yes,
Not
I'm the,
Dover. That's
I'm
for
the
sure.
biggest
Not
Niner
Dover.
fan this week, dude.
And there's a poster of my. We'll
Hey.
take a picture of Dan and Diego with
Hey,
that poster.
after hopefully Brock wins the Super Bowl, I will give you my headline, dude.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to hit the notification buttons. Don't forget to be a compa, tell a compa, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much. But for the time being, ¿sabes qué, Gilbert? Vámonos.
Ya nos vamos. Pues, I am so tired, but it's still Las Vegas. Vámonos.